Turning back the clocks isn't an option, but learning from what could have been done differently is. I'm going to break down the clear and actionable steps that I would have taken at 18 years old to be a millionaire by the age of 30. It's the advice I wish someone would have given me when I was there. In today's video, I'm gonna go through 3 things that I wish I knew when I was younger. I'm going to give it to you real, raw, and uncut, and just let you know what you could be doing if you're a young person out there, or even if you're just getting started on your journey. All of these tips can apply to you. It's never too late. First on the list is a Roth IRA. And if you are not contributing to your Roth IRA every single year, you're severely disadvantaging yourself from building substantial wealth. Why is that? The Roth IRA is an after-tax retirement account that you put money in after tax, and it grows tax-free, and it allows you to withdraw that money at your retirement age completely tax-free. Now, you might ask, why wouldn't someone just put all of their money in their Roth IRA? Well, as of 2024, the limit that you're able to contribute to your Roth IRA is $7,000 if you're under 50. And if you are over 50, they do a little catch-up program where you're actually able to contribute $8,000 to your Roth IRA. Now, imagine your money growing for years without good old Uncle Sam being in your pocket. The key is to start early, let the magic of compound interest do its job, and the key is to also stay disciplined to make sure you're maxing out your Roth IRA every single year. And I promise you, by the age of 50, 60, you will be grateful that you did it. Next, let's talk about real estate. Imagine buying a property with an FHA loan, which you then rented out to your friends or colleagues and allowed them to basically pay your mortgage for you. Well, this applies to a lot of college-age kids and even someone as young as 19 years old. Now, when I was younger and houses were actually affordable, this would have been an opportunity for me to use my serving and bartending income to purchase actual house, an actual asset, using an FHA loan and only putting down 3 to 5%. And then at that time, I had other people in my network and colleagues and friends that I could have rented those rooms out to, which essentially would have been paying my rent for me. Now, you might ask, okay, I don't want to rent to a colleague or friend. Well, I went to school in Tallahassee where we had random roommates anyway. You know, at that time, I think Craigslist was big or something of that nature where you could have put an ad out and said that your room was for rent. And essentially you're doing the same thing. Somebody else is coming in, renting your room, but you're acquiring that asset and they're paying down your mortgage for you. And as long as you had your rooms all rented out, your effective housing cost was probably zero. You might even be making money on that deal. So that's something to strongly consider. And now, number 3, and this one's gonna be a little bit controversial, so buckle up. I told you guys, I'm gonna give it to you real raw and uncut, but it's thinking about education. Education can be a powerful tool, but it comes with a big price tag. Now let's reform the definition of education and think about education in the sense that you are building something. Let's not only think about education in the form of going to college, learning a trade, being an electrician, learning how to sell, learning how to be in real estate, learning how to build automobiles. Those are all forms of education. So when it comes to education, we can't only think that college is the only way to go and get an actual true education. Now, if you are going to go the college route, there are a couple things that you need to consider, and there's things that I wish I maybe would have considered when I was younger. Well, you have some choices to make because in-state tuition is a lot cheaper than out-of-state tuition. So is it really that pertinent that you go out of state, or can you get that college experience from going somewhere that is in your state? That's something that you have to think about. Another thing that you have to think about is, what are you going to college for? My advice to a young person that would ask me, hey, I'm going to college for history, would not be to go to school out of state and spend 4x what they would pay in an in-state school. Reason being, and this isn't to knock anybody who goes to school for history, but what you guys have to do is, and I went through this when I was younger, When I was younger, I wanted to be a physical therapist. And it was around the time that physical therapists were the requirements to be a physical therapist, you had to go and get a doctorate degree. Well, when I started to look up how much it was to go to school versus how much the average annual salary was for a physical therapist, I knew that that just wasn't a worthwhile investment for me. And that's what I'm suggesting for individuals that are going to college and picking these majors that don't have a roadmap to actually securing a lucrative position in the future. Now, if you are passionate about something, whether it be art or whatever it might be that has career fields that are on the lower income spectrum, going to school in-state might be something that you should consider versus going out of state, paying $30,000, $40,000 a year to go to school, and after that you're strapped with student loan debt, and now you have to go get a job in a field that you don't even like because you need to make money to pay those loans back. Another thing that you should consider is maybe going to a community college for 2 years, getting your associate's degree, and then going to another school that you want to go to. Listen, y'all, it's all about choices, and sometimes you might want to experience that college life, but that comes with a cost. Choices have consequences, y'all. You can't just go to school, go to a private school, go to University of Miami, pay $60,000 a year, major in something that does not produce any money, and be upset about the amount of student loan debt that you have. You made that choice. This channel is about 100% accountability, so you need to understand that when you are making these choices, you need to make sure that you're doing the research beforehand so that you can actually make an educated choice on if that investment is worth it for you. And here's a little extra one that would be beneficial to anybody who is going through their journey now or is starting young. A general rule of thumb as far as your income goes, with any extra cash from your paychecks that you are receiving, I'd be passively investing into the index funds. Now, index funds, these funds are a basket of stocks that have an overall track record in the stock market. They provide you diversity while reducing risk. A good general rule of thumb to live by is the 50-30-20 method. And if you are not familiar with that, 50%, so when you get your paycheck, 50% goes towards your needs, your rent, your car, things, your food, things that you actually need. Now, understand what the difference between a need and a want is. You need to eat. You don't need to eat at Burns Steakhouse every night. You don't need to eat filet mignon and lobster. You need to eat. If you want to treat yourself every now and again, that's not an issue. But understand, 50% of your income should go towards your needs, 30% should go towards your wants. There's where that filet mignon comes in. And 20% of your paycheck should go towards your savings/investing. So there you have it. Those are steps to build wealth that will stand the test of time. None of these require genius, just a commitment and discipline to actually follow through with them. Remember, you have the power and responsibility to shape your life. Take control of your financial destiny. It's about making informed choices and acting on them. Dream big, stay consistent, and keep refining your strategy. You're not just building wealth, you're creating a life with rich possibilities. And remember, you control your life. Take 100% of accountability of every single choice that you make and understand that you are the cause and the solution of anything that happens in your life. If you got value from this video and maybe learned something new, I'd appreciate you liking and commenting on the video, or maybe even giving some of the tips that have helped you in your early life, or something that maybe would have helped you if you learned it earlier. And as always, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to celebrate 500 subscribers here soon, and that's all thanks to you guys. I couldn't be more appreciative of all the love and support that I've gotten. The future I see is up to me. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Go ahead and hit the link in the description if you want to get some merch from the site, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.